I think this is going to be fun tonight when that's going off. Wow, that's awesome, isn't it? This is pub number 2 on our North Somerset pub crawl that ends up back at Volksfest. How's it going, Frank?
Swimmingly.
And how far is it to the first pub?
1.1 miles or 7 minutes, which
Yes.
caught me out.
Yes, it does. However, this was much further. It was 5 kilometres further,
Yes.
which is like 2.5 miles, Francis?
Yes, I worked up a sweat and a thirst.
We are thirsty by the time we got here. Anyway, we'll be going on to the next pub in a minute. Bye. So, we've made it through the wilds of North Somerset to the outskirts of Nailsea. This has been a very complicated and dangerous trip there's been dangerous vehicles and everything in the way. But we made it here. We'd like to be able to say we're doing it for charity, but we're not. We're just doing it for fun. Aren't we, Frank?
Yeah, I don't know where I am.
Well, won't be that much further to the VW Festival. Only about another 10k, and I'm not letting
10?
on. No, many pubs.
Fucking hell.
So anyway, this is pub number 3, and we're doing very well at the moment. But
We
Frank
are.
didn't finish his pint in the last pub, I noticed.
No,
you,
I
Frank?
didn't. It had a salty finish, which didn't agree with me.
Yes, salty finish indeed. Anyway, see you later.
Sounds wrong.
Hi, we've made it to the 4th pub now. Frank, what's your first impressions?
I hadn't got over leaving the third pub, and then suddenly we were on top of the 4th
Yes,
pub.
it was almost 300 metres, and in that time, I managed to pedal on the wrong side of the road and get shouted at by an old fella in a Passat.
He's offending the locals.
He was a very angry man, so I gave him a few thoughts of my own. Anyway, here we are in this pub called the
White Lion.
White Lion, and
In the West Country.
Yes, in the North Somerset, the wilds of North Somerset.
Very wild.
And,
Livid, in
anyway,
fact.
and it's quite a cultural experience coming here because they've got
No
Coronation.
teeth. Oh, sorry.
Coronation Street on. Anyway, we're having a lovely time, and this pub is only about 300 metres from the last pub, which caught Frank by surprise because he was just warming up when I turned him. But anyway, there we go. We're having a lovely time, and we'll speak to you again from the next pub.
And this is for charity.
Yeah, kind of. And we will get to the Volkswagen Festival in the end.
Yes.
Less than 10 kilometres away round, but there's an entire town between us and there. So on our way, speak to you later. Hello. Well, you've made it safely to central Nailsea, which is in North Somerset, at a pub called, what's it called? Coates House. And it's lovely. And we've just come from another pub where we were taken by surprise by how friendly the locals were, weren't we, Francis?
Yes. They're very, very impressed by our brave endeavours today. They asked us what we're doing it for charity, so we said yes.
They were very friendly, and they wanted to make contributions, but we said, no, we're going to pay it ourselves. Didn't we, Frank?
We did. Yeah. Again, I still don't know where I am.
And this is definitely the last pub before we get back to the Volkswagen Festival, where we're hoping to have a few beers tonight, aren't we?
Yeah.
Maybe, but when we get there, maybe a cup of tea and some chocolate hobnobs. Possibly to get our chocolate level back, or our sugar level back up. But we've had a lovely afternoon, haven't we? The weather's turned a bit nasty, which is a bit disappointing, hasn't it, Frank?
It is. I've
Got your lovely warm coat on.
Another layer.
Yeah, it's been lovely. And so this is it. This is where our friend Penny Lester lives, and Steve Lester. They live here. It's very lovely, and we'd hoped to bump into them, but we didn't. So there we go. So this is probably the last one, pub 5. It's gone very well. In the original idea, there was only 7 pubs anyway, and that was on a 50k ride, and we've already done 18k so far, and we've done 5.
So
And-
there is still a chance that there may be one more important update.
We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, next update will be from the Volkswagen Festival, and where we're going to have a wonderful time, aren't we, Frank?
We are.
Yes.
Although I'm feeling a bit fatigued now.
Yes, I know. But he's going around. He obviously he left a pint earlier on, but he's caught up now. It's all good. All right, Frank, say bye. Don't be rude. He's not talking to us. Anyway, see you later. We've made it safely back to Volksfest. Look, everybody's having a great time. and here's the van. And so Frank, what's your first thoughts on today?
Well, apparently I'm in the West Country, but I've not seen anything to validate that suggestion. But I'm here.
And what do you think? What did you think of my pub crawl that I organised for you, Frank? Was it any good?
Well, it was great, but my concern is that if any law enforcement officers are watching this, we rode on the tandem and Rod was at the front. I had no say in what we were doing.
Yes. We did have a conversation. Turns out it's illegal, because Frank works for the police, right? It turns out it's illegal to ride a bicycle piste. You must be having a laugh. It's the only time I do it. Look, I got these teeth, right? Lost them all in bicycle accidents. Maybe they're a lesson to all of us.
No,
Do you think it's a lesson to all of us?
No. It's been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
So, and was it better than the north to south Devon bike ride?
Yes, because there was pubs involved.
Yeah, much more pubs. Because there was only one pub, wasn't it? And a train home with 6 pints.
No, this has been fantastic. Been a great afternoon.
So, but we've got lots to look forward to, haven't we? We've got the Volksfest, and we've got the drum and bass machine thing going on, and our friend Raz. It's going to be a great night.
I'm going to have an early night.
Well, not for a cup of tea.
In my little tent over there.
Oh yeah, no, that's where Frank lives. And this is where I live, in a rather large vehicle.
I've seen bigger kennels than what I've got to sleep in.
Actually, it was Tess's kennel, actually. Anyway, bye from me.
I'm still talking to him.
We made it through. Frank's going to get changed. The stereo's banging. Absolutely fucking loving life at the moment. So we're going to have a great time, and it's Frank's first ever festival I've discovered. So a large and long pub crawl on the bicycle was just what you need, wasn't it? Anyway, drum and bass tent later and something to eat. Loving life. Well, anyway, here we are, ending the night